7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour. And him and Vicky will take you out to the rest of the net. Announcements for today. Don't forget about 10 o'clock this morning. We got the 20-meter net on 14.317 with Roger and Randy, and sometimes Dick's in there. And if you like working HF, stop and give Roger and the boys a listen. Use your mic and talk to them. Also, tomorrow night, the Youth Net, right here on the East Coast Reflector at 8 o'clock. Come join the youth. If you have any third-party traffic in the house, any kids, get them on the air and talk. It's always a good time. The question for today will tell you right up front. When you're going out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert? Or both? Or none? You go out to dinner, you're more likely to order an appetizer or a dessert. Let me acknowledge the text check-ins we have here, and then we'll take our mobiles. We have KA8 BYU Roy, KC2NJV Wayne, KD9YUZ Jimmy, W9 AFK Adam, K8 UFM Randall, KQ9KX Paul, VA3 GLJ Greg, N3 DQD Ray, K4 GDS Gil, KM4 WZD Joe, KE2 EIO Michael, VE3 XTD Eric, N6QDY David, WA8 PGV Dan, W3CVE Chuck, KF8 EBV Michael, and AB4KT Kenneth. And to remind everybody, the text line number is 716-317-9050, or you can email it if you don't want to text. Just email it. The email address would be text@ecr.radio. That's text@ecr.radio. Just put your call sign only into anywhere in that email, and we'll get it, and we'll get you on the list just like the text check-ins. With that, let's take our mobiles. Any mobiles out there, please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November is mobile.
This is Whiskey 5, Whiskey Lima Hotel, Whiskey 5, Whiskey Lima Hotel, mobile.
Whiskey 4, Hotel Kilo Lima, Whiskey 4, Hotel Kilo Lima. Please check me in and out.
Kilo 4, Kilo Tango Oscar, Kilo 4, Kilo Tango Oscar mobile. Canberra, Australia. W8 NJT, Whiskey 8, November Juliet Tango. 2 Zulu Victor November, N2 ZDN. 5 Golf Oscar. 5 Golf Oscar Kilo, in and out. KQ4 AYU, KQ4 AYU, East Orlando, checking in and out. Alrighty, hold up for just a minute there, folks. I'm having a little log viewing problem there. I'm sure they're in there, but I'm just not seeing them. Bear with us for a moment while we get this fixed, and let's see, we had a computer crash. So, well, let me go in and fix one of them here. Up at the top, we had station ending in WLH. Could you come back with your call sign again? This is Whiskey 5, Whiskey Lima Hotel. Alrighty, we got you at VK1 JT John. Looks like we had sounded like a VK4BFY. Is that correct?
Bravo Yankee Foxtrot. It's VK4 Bravo Yankee Foxtrot.
Alrighty, we got you, Bob, and we had W8NJT, Nick in Toledo. The rest of them I don't think we have. If you could come back with your call sign twice and slowly, I'd appreciate it.
KQ4AYU. KQ4AYU. East Orlando. Whiskey 4 Hotel Kilo Lima. Whiskey 4 Hotel Kilo Lima. In and out, please.
November 2 Zulu Victor November and 2 ZVN.
Kilo 4 Kilo Tango Oscar. Kilo 4 Kilo Tango Oscar.
5 Golf Uniform Yankee. Kilo Juliet 5 Golf Uniform Yankee. Mobile. Alrighty, we'll hold it up there. Let me recognize KJ5GUY, Guy, K4KTO, Stanley, N2 ZBN, Allen, W4HKL, Steve, and KQ4AYU, Rennie in Orlando. Alrighty, folks, let's go to the top of this list. W5WLH, Wayne out in Wimberley, Texas. Good morning, Wayne, and when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or a dessert? W5 WLH, are you still with me?
Yes, I'm still here. We typically do both, dessert and appetizers. Whiskey 5, Whiskey Lima Hotel, back to the net.
It sounds good, Wayne. Thanks for joining us and have a good day. VK1 JT, John, over in Australia. Good day, John. Good day, Net Control. Good day, listeners. Hope everybody is doing all right. Things are all right here. Temperature-wise, it's actually a little bit warmer than it has been last couple of days, so it's actually semi-comfortable in my shack. Other than that, I got the H4M, the Porter Pack H4M arrived in the mail today, along with some other goodies for some work that I'm doing. And other than that, everything else is more or less going okay. Back to Net Control, VK1JT. Well, thank you, John, but if you could answer the question, when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or a dessert, or both? Depends on how I feel, but I could go for an appetizer and also for a dessert. There you go, we got you down for both. Thanks, John, and have a good day. DK4BYF, Bob, over in Moore Park Beach, Queensland, Australia. Good morning.
VK4 BYF, yes, good morning. I'd order both, to be really honest. And the weather is now getting out of our cold weather, going into beautiful weather. It's now nearly beach time. Okay, back to the next, VK4 BYF.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us, Bob. W8NJT, Nick in Toledo, Ohio. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, everybody on the net. Time to get rid of these bowls, stop having them all have the lead. I like having the appetizer. I'd rather save all my room for my dessert at home eventually. W8NJT, back to Net Control.
Alrighty, thank you, Nick. You have yourself a fine day, and thanks for stopping by. Let's go to Rennie, KQ4 AYU down in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Rennie.
Good morning, everybody on the brew crew. Usually I do the dessert, but for the last year I have been skipping both, trying to keep an eye on my girlish figure. KQ4AYU, back to net control.
Alrighty, we'll put you in the neither column there, Rennie. Have a good day. Next up, W4HKL Steve down in Cumberland Gap, Tennessee with In and Out. Next up, N2ZBN Alan in Kendall, New York. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning, Scott. Everyone on the brew. Just the appetizer. There's never enough room left over for dessert, so I'm usually pretty stuffed. So just an appetizer, and 2 ZBN.
Sounds good, Alan. We got you in the appetizer column. Thanks for joining us in Safe Motor in there. K4 KTO Stanley down in Leesburg, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone on the crew. Put me down for appetizer. We usually try to skip it, but since we usually don't, it's almost always an appetizer. Back to net. Everyone have a good morning. 7-3.
Alrighty, thank you, Stanley. Appetizer it is. And last on this mobile list for now, KJ5GUY, Guy down in Harvey, Louisiana. Good morning.
Morning, everybody on the brew crew. This is KJ5 Golf Uniform Yankee Mobile. To answer the question, both. Put me down for both. There's so much good food down here, it's hard to pass up both of them. So, yeah. Especially when you might have, banana foster up on the dessert menu. Everybody have a great day. This is KJ5 Golf Uniform Yankee. Ladies and gentlemen, all ready.
Is Guy. Let me acknowledge some more text check-ins and then we'll take them all. We had KR4CKC, KI4EGQ, NA2B, and KQ4UAM. Let's go to the top of this list and go to Roy, KA8BYU. Question of the day, Roy, is when you're going out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or a dessert? And that was submitted by Rich this morning. W2RSH. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning, everybody on the brew. KA8BYU. That would be neither. I just tend to not order the dessert and that, or appetizers, because being a diabetic, you gotta watch everything. It stinks sometimes, but yeah, oh well, what can you do? Hope everybody has a good day in that. Back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Roy. You and the kids have a good day there. KC2NJV, Wayne in Belmore, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Dick, and Vicky. Hope you're enjoying yourself. It's nice and rainy in Long Island. And my answer is, most of the time, it's an appetizer. Have a great day.
Alrighty, thank you, Wayne. You have a good day as well. Thanks for joining us. KD9, YUZ, Jimmy in Wakarusa, Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Dick, and Vicky, and everybody on the Morning Brew. Put me down for neither. That's neither. Everybody have a great day. KD9 YUZ, back to net.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Neither it is. Have a good day. W9 AFK, Adam, Downers Grove, Illinois. Good morning.
Morning, everybody. Put put me down for dessert. Good hot fudge sundae, little sprinkle, and we're dialed in. So, yeah, put me down for just dessert. Just want to give a quick shout out to VK4BYF, Bob Down Under. Good to see you on the net. W9AFK, back to net control.
All right, you have a good day, Adam. Thanks for joining us. This is W2BLT. Next up, K8UFM, Randall in Browntown Township, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki, and good morning to everyone on frequency. Answer the question. That would be a no. And with that, this is K8UFM, back to net control, and everyone have an outstanding day.
All right, thanks, Randall. You as well. KQ9KX, Paul in LaPointe, Wisconsin. Good morning, Paul.
Yeah, good morning to everybody. I'm not much of a sweet eater, so it would be an appetizer. KQ9KX.
Thank you, Paul. You have yourself a fine day. Let's go north of the border here to VA3GLJ, Greg up in Cartier, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Greg. And when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order an app or a dessert?
Well, good morning, Scott, and good morning to the brew crew. 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. Much like the previous station, Paul, I'm not big on sweet, so it would be an appetizer. Everybody have a great Thursday in 73, VA3GLJ.
All right, thanks, Greg. Have a good day, and appreciate you stopping by this morning. Let's go down to N3DQD, Ray down in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, everybody else in there this morning. Well, I order neither one, generally. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
All righty, Ray, neither it is. Thanks for joining us today, and have a good one. K4GDS, Gil in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Gil.
Good morning, Scott and Vicki. Boy, that was perfect timing. Just parked in the office, and I'm definitely more of an appetizer than a dessert person. K4GDS, back to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Gil, and you're right, timing is everything. We're not rookies here on the Morning Brew. We know just when to call on you. Have a good day. Let's go to KM4, WZD, Joe down in Claremont, Florida. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning to the crew. You can put me down for dessert. Although if it's a big group, maybe, a lot of sharing and things, maybe an appetizer as well, maybe both at that point. But more often than not, it's dessert only. Everybody take care. 73 KM4, WZD. Have a great Thursday. Back to net.
Alrighty, Joe, thank you. Dessert it is. Next up, KE2EIO, Michael in Elman, New York. Good morning.
Matt, good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki. It's usually neither. Neither for us. It's KE2EIO 73s, everybody, and back to net. Thank you.
Alrighty, Michael, have a good day. VE3XTD, Eric in Gravenhurst, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki. Wouldn't be either one for me. It'd be neither. We're rather picky eaters.
Well, alrighty. Have a good day, Eric, and thanks for joining us. N6QDY, David in Sacramento, California. Morning, David.
Hey, good morning, Scott, Vicki, the brew crew, and everybody in the Zoom control room. N6QDY. Go ahead and put me down for appetizer. Back to you there, Scott, and everybody have a great day. N6QDY.
Alrighty, thanks, David. And I've actually gone to restaurants where all that I've ordered is a drink and appetizers. Have a good day. WA8PGV, Dan in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Good morning.
Morning, Bill, and everybody on the brew. Put me down for appetizer. At least at a restaurant that has an appetizer. Tim Hortons or Wendy's, I don't think they have what you would specifically call it. Matthew, Whiskey, Alpha 8, Papa Golf, Victor, Clear.
I think Tim Hortons is one place, Dan, where you get appetizer and dessert of the same thing. Have a good day. W3CVE, Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody on the brew. Put me down for appetizer there, Scott, and have a great day. W3CVE.
Thanks, Chuck. Appetizer it is. This is W2BLT. Next up, KF8EBV, Michael in Farmington Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Morning, Scott. Morning, Vicky and the Brew Crew. Definitely appetizer for me. Back to net control, KF8EBV.
Alrighty, Michael. Have a good day, and thanks for joining us. AB4KT, Kenneth, down in the Villages of Florida. Good morning.
Good morning. This is AB4KT, Ken in the Villages. I order neither one. In fact, I'm surprised at how many people do. I thought it was rare. That shows what I know. I got to get out more. 7-3. Everybody have a great day. Back to net.
Well, you know something, too. A lot of the things that used to be included in your meal are now appetizers. Soup, for one. I get soup as an appetizer quite frequently, but it used to be included in your meal. You have yourself a great day, and thanks for joining us. All right, let's go down to KR4CKC. Bill, down in the Villages as well. Good morning, Bill. Another beautiful day here in the Villages. Skies are clear, and of course this morning the temperatures are 70, so it's nice and comfortable. Beautiful sunrise. Put me down for an appetizer. That's almost a must-do when we go out to dinner, so it's an appetizer for us. KR4CKC, you all have a great day. See ya. Alrighty, Bill, and normally when you order an appetizer, it's going to come fairly quickly, and if you're hungry, it kind of holds you over until dinner. Have a good day. Let's go to KI4EGQ, Bill in Woodstock, Georgia. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott, and all the brew. I think it's a combination for us. I'd say 50% is neither, and then maybe, 20% will order an appetizer, and, maybe about some of the time we'll, if a dessert sounds really tempting, we'll just get that dessert. So, it's a little bit of everything. KI4EGQ.
Alrighty, Bill, you have yourself a good day, and thanks for stopping by this morning. NA2B, Charlie Birdie down in Sun City Center, Florida. Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Everybody on the net from Birdie Night, Tampa Bay. It's 82 degrees already this morning. It's going to be another warm one. Our response to the question, Scott, I don't even look at the main course until I've decided what I'm going to have for dessert, so I would have to say dessert. Have to leave plenty of room for that. I do have a hell of a sweet tooth. Thanks for what you do. NA2B, back to that.
That's kind of a unique way of looking at it, Charlie. I must admit. Sounds good, though. Have yourself a good day. Let's go to KQ4 UAM. Kevin down in Interlaken, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the crew. Put me down for neither, Scott. KQ4 UAM, back to the net. We appreciate everything y'all do.
Alrighty, Kevin, neither it is. And you have yourself a fine day. Appreciate you joining us. KW4 SOG, Mike in Huntsville, Alabama. Good morning.
Vicky, everybody on the crew, hope everybody's doing well out there. Me down in the appetizer column. I'm hungry when I get there, so let's kick it off with that. KW4 SOG, back to net, 73, everybody.
Alrighty, Mike, thanks for joining us. You have yourself a fine day. Let me recognize some more of these here. We had one more that came in on that original 182GL, Dan in Jamestown, New York. Good morning, Dan.
Everybody on the morning brew, I'm going to go with both this morning. Back to you, sir.
Alright, both it is. Thanks for joining us, Dan, and you have yourself a good day. Let me acknowledge some more text check-ins, and we'll take some radio check-ins and run them all. We had KZ4, WO, Kevin, VA3, YBS, Bill, W2RBC, Randy, WD8, KOB, Rod, and N5GI, Rick. Who else we have out there? Anybody anywhere looking to join us? Please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
W4 PPX. W4 PPX.
Vector Icon 3, takeoff off November. Vector Icon 3, takeoff November. Tip Windsor Vector and
W4 SEM, short time, W4 SEM, in and out. Okay, 4 VSN, Kilo 4, Victor Sierra November, in and out.
India Sierra Kilo.
Golf 4, Papa, Alpha Golf. Golf 4, Papa, Alpha Golf. Good morning, all. November 8, Mike Victor Uniform. November 8, Mike Victor Uniform, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform X-Ray Mike. Kilo Echo 8, Uniform X-Ray Mike. Ryan in Royal Oak, Michigan, in and out. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, VA3 KTJ.
Alrighty, we'll hold it up there. Recognizing from the bottom up, we had N5 DRT, Kurt in Morton, Texas, was in and out. Then we had VA3 KTJ, Jinsuk. We had KE8 UXM, Ryan in Royal Oak, Michigan, was in and out. N8 MPU, Craig up in Livonia, Michigan, was in and out as well. And we had G4 PHE, Peter. We had N2 ISK, Bob. KQ4 VSN, Richard in Trenton, Florida, was in and out. We had W4 SEM, Thomas in Marietta, Georgia. Looks like you're new to the system. Welcome, was in and out as well. Please stop by again. We had KC3 LAD, Mike in Lidditz. VE3 TGN, Tim in Windsor. K9 DQ Al in Clarkson, Michigan. And W4 PPX, Don down in Hollywood, Florida. Let's go to the top of this list and run them. KZ4W Kevin in Athens, Alabama. The question of the day is, when going out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert? And that question was submitted by Rich, W2RSH. Good morning, Kevin.
Morning, Bird Crew. For me, it'd be an appetizer. Usually if I want a dessert, I'm going to go somewhere else. Appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. KZ4WO.
Alrighty, Kevin, you have yourself a great day, and thanks for stopping by. VA3YBS, Bill in Dunnville, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and thanks for running the net. When I go out for dinner, I'm more likely to order neither one. VA3 YBS, back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Bill. Neither it is. You have yourself a fine day. W2RBC, one of our team members here on the East Coast Reflector in West Seneca, New York. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everyone on the morning brew. Put me down for an appetizer, Scott. It's a good way to start the meal. I'd also like to invite everyone to the ECR 20-meter net today. It's at 10 o'clock this morning on 14.317 megahertz. Join Roger and I for a great time. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2 RBC.
Alrighty, thank you, Randy. And as far as that net's concerned, I'm not going to say a thing about it to Roger. Have a good day. WD8 KOB, Rod in Madison, West Virginia. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Ned. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday morning. And let's see, my answer to the question would be appetizer, definitely. All righty, have a great day. WD8KOB.
All right, thank you, Rod. You have yourself a fine day. N5GI, Rick down in the Villages in Florida. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the rest of the Brew Crew. Beautiful day here, as you heard. I will have to go with appetizer, Scott. Everybody have a wonderful day. This is N5GI, back to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Rick. Appreciate you joining us. Next up, W4PPX, Don in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott, Vicky, Dick, everybody on the Brew Crew. Put me down for appetizer. I love those appetizers. Hope everybody has a great day. W4PPX, back to you.
Alrighty, thanks, Don. In a restaurant with a big appetizer menu, it's got to be a winning restaurant. Have a good day. Alrighty, K9DQ, Al in Clarkson, Michigan. Good morning, Alan. You were very, very low. If you could speak up a little bit, hopefully you're closer to that repeater. Good morning. Yeah, I'm sorry, Al. You're just not quite making it. I'll come back to you shortly. Sounds like you might be getting a little closer, maybe. In the meantime, let's go to VE3TGN, Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Tim.
Yeah, good morning. It's Tim. Yeah, I got Charlie, Vicky there, and yeah, just I just If I had certainly after hours of eat the day on the first day, if I won't, I'll give a check. Have a good day. And thanks very much for being there. And we'll see you again. The E3 TV hit start. Big wins our chair. Everything well.
All right, have a good day, Tim, and thank you for joining us, my friend. KC3LAV, Mike down in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Mike.
Yes, sir. Good morning. This is KC3LAV, Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor. And we will go with the appetizers. A couple appetizers and is enough for a good meal anyway anymore. Yes, indeed. Have a great day. We're going to just be hanging out. It's rainy here today. Good day for a nap. KC3LAV, back to Network Flare.
Alrighty, thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. You have yourself a fine day. Let's go back up to K9DQ Al up in Clarkson, Michigan, see if he's any closer to that repeater. Good morning, Al, and dessert or appetizer for you? I guess that didn't work. We'll just mark him as in and out for today, and hopefully we can hear him again tomorrow. Next up, N2ISK, Bob in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Scott and crew. Yeah, well, definitely appetizers. Definitely appetizers. The only exception is there's one place here where you can get a slice of cake. It's roughly 2 feet tall, and costs $32 now, so we don't get it anymore. But I will feed 3 people for at least a week. At least a week. Just too expensive these days. Everybody have a good day. Enjoy this game.
My word, Bob. You said a 2-foot-tall piece of cake. Good grief. It would take me a couple weeks to eat it. Have a good day, and thanks for joining us. This is W2BLT and the Morning Brew. Let's go to G4PAG. Peter in East Anglia, England. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Scott, from Golf 4 Papa Alpha Golf. I'm both appetizer and sweet. So put me down for all 3, please. Greetings from East Anglia in the eastern part of, obviously, in the eastern part of the UK. Good morning, everybody. Golf 4 Papa Alpha Golf.
All right, thanks for joining us, Peter, and enjoy the rest of the day. Let's go to VA3 KTJ Jinsuk up in LaSalle, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everyone on the net. Put me down for neither column. Everyone have a great day. 3312. This is VA3 KTJ back to net control.
Alrighty, thank you, Jinsuk. Let me run these other 3 here. We had NL5J, Lonnie, KO4QMM, Roger, and KQ4EFY, Tim. Let's go to NL5J, Lonnie in Kirbyville, Texas. Good morning, and the question of the day is, when going out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert?
Good morning. Yes,
I'm currently en route to Louisiana to my employment, and I didn't think I'd be able to make it in here at this point where I'm at the moment. But going to a restaurant, I'm more likely to order the dessert. Try not to take up too much room with the regular food there. So I appreciate you checking me in, and 7-3 to all. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. NL5J.
All righty, thank you, Lonnie. Don't be a stranger. We're here every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m., except for holidays. Come join us again. Next up, one of our team members here, and one of your net controllers here on the East Coast Reflector, KO4 QMM, Roger in Umatilla, Florida, the only man I know that's never worked a QRP. Good morning, Roger.
At least that I would confess to anyhow. Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. And you can put me down for that dessert. Nothing like a little bit of homemade cheesecake to take home with you. You know what I'm saying? And yes, sir, looking forward to the 20-meter net. I got the hex beam up. We're pointed kind of northwest-ish, so should be able to get a lot of people off the side. And we'll see you there, 14.317, give or take, at 10 a.m. Thanks for what you do there, Scott. Sounds like a fun morning. Good question. KO4QMM, Roger, clear.
Alrighty, Roger. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you at the 10 o'clock hour. KQ4 EFY, Tim in Columbia, South Carolina. Good morning.
Okay, let's try that again. Good morning, Scott. This is KQ4 EFY, Tim in Columbia, and I'm more likely to get an appetizer. Back to net control.
Alrighty, appetizer it is. Thanks for joining us, Tim. Let me recognize a few text check-ins, and we'll take some more radio check-ins. We have KC0EQA, Douglas, KE8SMN, Jeff, N0CKD, Marking, K8BACL. Who else we have looking to join us this morning? Please come with your call sign twice, and as always, slowly.
OMA. In and out.
Kilo 4 Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4 Delta India Yankee.
4 Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra Group Juliet Alpha 1. 4 Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra Group Juliet Alpha 1.
Kilo Charlie Free, United Lima Juliet. Kilo Charlie Free, United Lima Juliet. Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
Alpha Hotel, KO4RAH, in and out. Good morning.
Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo. Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo.
KE2 GAT. KE2 GAT. In and out, please.
KA5 GSS. In and out.
Kilo Delta 2 Yankee Uniform Yankee. KD2 YUY.
please recognize Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec. Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec. Dessert in and out.
Alrighty, we'll hold it up there. Let's recognize from the bottom up, we had KE4 ZYQ. Joe was in and out. KD2 YUY Charles. We had KA5 GSS. Shane was in and out. KE2 GAT Walter was in and out. We had KJ5 DXB Frank. KO4 RAH Ray in Huntsville, Alabama was in and out. We had KQ4 ORK Barry. KB2 UDB Mike. KC3 ULJ Patrick. 2E0 LRV Les. 4G1 NYS Stephen. KK4 DIY Gene. W7 OMH Mike in Wading River was in and out. Let's go to the top of this list and run them. The question of the day is, when you're going out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert? And that was submitted by Rich, W2RSH. Let's go up to KC0EQA Douglas in Hastings, Nebraska. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott, and everybody else. And supposed to warm up a little bit. But anyway, other than that, the question of the day, I'm going to put down just the appetizer. I'm usually too full for the dessert later. But anyway, that's all I've got. KC0EQA.
All right, thank you, Douglas. Appreciate you joining us. Let's go to KE8 SMN Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Everyone on the brew. This is KE8 SMN. Last week we went out to dinner and we did both, but we do split. So I guess we're only getting half the calories. KE8 SMN back to net.
Ah, that's the way to look at it. Okay, Jeff. Have a good day and thanks for stopping by. N0 CKV Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota. Good morning.
Morning, Scott, Vicky, the rest of the brew crew, and everybody else on the net. Put me down for neither. And 0 CKV back to net.
Neither it is. Thanks for joining us, Mark. We appreciate it. Next up, one of your hosts here on the Morning Brew, Al, K8BAC up in Britain, Michigan. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, everybody on the brew crew. Answer the question, it's very, very rare that we ever get any appetizers. Has to be something that really catches our eye, but most of the time, no. So we'll leave it at that. Hope everybody's having a great day, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow morning, KABAC.
Alrighty, thank you, Al. You have a good day and appreciate you joining us. KK4 DIY Gene in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. KK4 DIY, and my answer is neither. We usually just get the entree, and I drink water, and then we're done. Thanks a lot. KK4 DIY.
All right, Gene, have a good day, and thanks for joining us. Let's get on to the Philippines, to 4G1 NYS. Stephen in Batangas City. Good morning.
Okay, good day to everybody on our East Coast Reflector Morning Brew. This is Fogo 1 November Yankee Sierra Stroke Juliet Alpha 1. Again, 4G1 NYS Stroke Juliet Alpha 1. I'm currently on vacation with my extended family here at Tokyo of my temporary QTH. for 5 days. And it will be just a short one. Then we'll be returning to my home too in the Philippines by Sunday. And my answer to your question on the net is I'm a dessert guy when we go out for dinner. Just coming up and supporting the net. I'll send it back to you. Good morning, stateside, and good evening from my temporary QTH.
Well, you have a good evening there, Stephen, and have a nice time while you're in Tokyo there. I've heard it's beautiful. Next up at 2E0 LRV, Les, up in Redditch, Worcestershire, England. Good morning.
Good morning, and hi to Scott and Vicky, and thanks for running it. And to everybody else on the net, I'm firmly in the dessert camp. When I was a kid, I was brought up, I was always told, don't forget to leave room for pudding. And people all know me that any event where there's cake, I go to. So, yeah, got a bit of a sweet tooth here. So that's the story from the Shire. We're definitely in the dessert camp, 2E0 LRV.
Alrighty, thanks, Les. You have a good day, and thanks for joining us. This is W2BLT. Let's go to KC3ULJ. Patrick in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning to you, Scott, and good morning to everybody else on the brew. A very pleasant morning from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I don't usually go for dessert. I take the entry instead. I go for the appetizer. Have a good day to all.
Alright, thanks for joining us, Patrick. We appreciate it. You have a good day. Next up, KB2 UDB. Mike in Florida. It's been a while, Mike. Good morning.
Scott, Vicky, and everybody else on the brew crew and the Zoom room. I'm going to say when I go out to eat, I go hungry. So when I get there, I do an appetizer and then I do a dessert at the end. So I'm going to say both. And yes, it's good to hear you out there, Scott. We'll talk to you later. I'm out here fishing down here in Florida, 75 degrees and sunny. Talk to you all later. KB2 UDB back to net. Thanks for doing the net.
All right, thanks you, Mike. And sounds like you like the bookends at dinner. Have a good day. KQ4 ORK, Barry in Apopka, Florida. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning to everybody on the brew crew. Thanks for picking me up. I'm definitely going to be in the appetizer aisle. As a matter of fact, sometimes I could just do appetizers for dinner. Having worked one of my first jobs in a bakery, baked goods and desserts are kind of out for me. Hope everybody has a great day. Back to Net Control, 73 KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
Alrighty, Barry. An app it is. You have yourself a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go to KJ5 DXB, Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. Good morning.
KJ5, DXB, good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody. I'm likely to go for the appetizer. Thanks for the check-in. Have a great day. KJ5, DXB, back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Frank. Appreciate you joining us. KD2 YUI, Charles in Syracuse, New York. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody listening in on the brew. Trying something new. Coming to DMR today. Hopefully I don't sound horrible, but trying to make it work. Put me in the appetizer column. Appetizer. I'll try and save room for dessert, but that doesn't always happen. And depending upon where we go, someplace that has specialty desserts, we'll get the dessert, but if I didn't leave room, we'll take it home. Example, Cheesecake Factory. That'll come home with me. 73 all back to net control. KD2YUY.
Alrighty, thank you, Charles. Have a good day, and I appreciate you stopping by this morning. Let's go to one of our team members here, Carlos, N1CBM down in Hollywood, Florida. So tell me, Carlos, you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert? And good morning.
Good morning there, Scott. Thanks for taking me, Vicky, and the rest of the crew, everybody else always present here in the ECR for this very fine net early in the morning. I am always inclined for the appetizer, but my wife and girls are always inclined for the dessert. That's not to say that I'm not going to grab a spoon and, dig in for a couple of bites. But if you ask me, I will ask for the appetizer, not the dessert. 62 and cloudy in Akron, and we'll see you later in 1 CBM. Everyone have a great day.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us, Carlos, and you have a good day. KC2JZ, Bob in Hamburg, New York. Good morning.
And I guess the question is appetizer or dessert. Neither for me. Appetizer to me fills you up too much, and then after I eat dinner, it's too full for dessert. Back to that, KC2JZ.
Alrighty, thanks. And the last one on this list before we start a new one is KQ8U, Bob up in Ecorse, Michigan. Morning, Bob, and when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert?
Morning, Brew Crew. I'll be working through the appetizer. I usually don't mess with the dessert. Have a good day. KQ8U, bad tonight.
Alright, thank you, Bob. Yep, it is. Alrighty, folks, this is W2BLT. Let's get another list going. And I'll run what I can, and what I can't, why, we'll leave for Dick and Vicky. Come with your call signs twice and slowly.
Whiskey 5, Delta Bravo Sierra. Whiskey 5, Delta Bravo Sierra.
KD2 Venue, KD2 Venue.
KO4CLD, KO4CLD.
Kilo 7, Victor Whiskey Papa. Kilo 7, Victor Whiskey Papa, in and out.
November 2,
Kilo
Victor Lima Kilo.
Delta.
November 2, Victor Lima Kilo.
Pete.
K830HI, Kilo Echo Hotel India, in and out. W2KJV, W2KJV.
I don't know if I got in there the first two times, so I'm going to go KD6Q, in and out.
KD4Q, Delta 4, Quebec, India, Papa.
Alrighty, we'll hold it up there. I'm going to acknowledge the list, and I'm going to turn it over to Dick. From the bottom up, we had a KD4QIP, Barton Huntsville. We had a KD6DIQ, Todd in Yucca Valley was in and out. We had W2KJV, Tony. KE2EHI, Joe. KB2DY, Pete. We had N2VLK, Jeff. We had K7VWP, Mike. We had KO4CLD, Micah. KD2VNU, Derby Dan. W5DBS David, and VE3TCS Tim. We had a station in there, it was KQ4Y something. Could you come back with that call sign twice, please?
Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Papa Whiskey. Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Papa Whiskey. In and out.
Alrighty, we got you that time, Edwin. You said you were in and out, and you have yourself a good day. Well, that's going to do it for me, folks. I'm going to turn it over to Dick and Vicky here for the second hour. Everybody have a great day and a good weekend. This is W2BLT. It's all yours, Dick.
Well, thank you, Scott. Good morning, everyone. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. And we're going to pick up where Scott left off this morning. For those of you that are just joining us, question of the day: when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert? From the pie chart, it certainly looks like appetizers, and then it comes down to neither. So it doesn't look like we're much on desserts, but we like our appetizers. Like I said, Scott's got a list started here. Let's start with our friend Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. VE3TCS. Good morning, Tim.
And everybody else that's on frequency. I rarely order anything extra with dinner, but if I do, it's usually only an appetizer. It has to be pretty interesting to entice me. So, anyhow, everybody have a great day. Take care. E3TCS, back to net control.
The question this morning was from Rich, W2RSH, and that, I don't think Scott mentioned it, but that's Scott's son. So thank you, Rich, for your contribution to the morning brew this morning, if you're listening. Let's go out to Houston, Texas. Good morning, David, W5DBS.
Big Texas howdy to you this morning. Rarely order dessert. Sometimes all we order are appetizers. We will get 2 or 3 appetizers instead of a big entree. Thanks for hosting the crew. We'll talk to you tomorrow. W5DBS, Houston, Texas.
Well, I've done the same, David. Go with my grandkids. They like the appetizers, and we'll split a bunch of stuff. So you're not alone. Good morning to Dan, KD2VNU.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning to everybody on the brew. I would have to say appetizer, and it's usually called out by the wife, something that's interesting. Return it back to net, KD2VU.
Thank you, Dan. Micah, Tuscumbia, Alabama. Good morning, KO4CLD.
Good morning. Definitely appetizer for me as well. And, yep, I've also, even myself, have ordered appetizers as my meal. KO4CLD, back to you, Dick.
Thank you, Micah. Matter of fact, last night we had some good potato skins as an appetizer, I must confess. Good morning to Jeff, N2VLK. Still down on beautiful Lake Chautauqua, Jeff, or have you come back to the Buffalo area?
And Vicky. And no, I'm still hanging out here, Dick. I figure I got another 2-3 weeks. By the end of October for sure. But I'm not looking forward to it. And as far as the question of the day is, I generally lean towards appetizers, not so much desserts. With that, I'll turn it back to you. And thanks for what you guys do. I appreciate it. N2VLK.
good to have your support every morning, Jeff. You know, guys don't know what it means to have everybody's support out there in the morning. Makes it all worthwhile. Good morning to Pete, Huntington Station, New York, KB2DY. What about you, Pete? Appetizers or dessert?
Good morning, Dick. Vicky, and to all out there. I don't know how this is going to qualify on your statistical data that you're keeping, but I take both. All three portions. That's it. Kilo Bravo 2 Delta Yankee, KB2DY, off.
Oh, she has a column for both. She's got you right in there for both. Pete, let's go back up this end of the state down to Westfield, New York. Good morning, Joe. KE2EIH.
Good morning, Dick and the Brew. This is Joe, KE2EHI in Westfield, New York. You can put me down for an appetizer, say 73 all, and back in net control.
We transposed your call sign, but you know who you are, Joe. Sorry about that. Good morning to Tony in Homosassa, Florida, W2KJV.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone on the Morning Brew. It's going to be appetizers for the wife and I. Hope everyone has a great day. Back to you, Dick, W2KJV.
Thank you, Tony. You guys looking quickly at the log. I don't think we have one new person checked in tonight or today that hasn't been in before. Oh, we're not growing. Good morning to Bart, Huntsville, Tennessee. What's it going to be for you, Bart? KD4QIP. Dessert or appetizer?
Good morning to the net. I am a sweets person. I usually will get the dessert, and me and the daughter will split it most of the time. Back to net.
We've got you down for dessert. Now, what's our friend Bill, North Fort Myers, Florida? Bill, what's it going to be down there with you, W8WHK? I'll bet you it's dessert.
Dessert it is. We always get dessert. I don't like getting appetizers because they're away from the room I have for the entree and dessert. The temperature here is 75 degrees. The sun's up, coming over the trees across the street from me. It's beautiful. It's going to be a wonderful day. So that's what it is. Dessert. So I'll turn it back to you, Dick. This is WHK 73.
Somehow I just knew that, Bill, by going down to the clubhouse there on whatever days that was or is, and getting those donuts and stuff. I just knew you were a dessert guy. Last on this list is Riverview, Michigan, N2WXD.
N2WXD. Good morning, Dick and Vicky and all on the brew crew. Appetizers are more our speed than the desserts. Back to that. N2WXD monitoring.
Right, thank you, sir. Appetizer it is. I got one more here. Let me do Andy, W2AGR, and Cheek the Wagon, New York. And then I will get a list going. I'll give it over to Vicky. Let her take a few here this morning. She's been sitting there for an hour and a half. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Dick. Everybody on the brew crew. I would prefer dessert, and I often do. Back to you. 73. Everybody have a great day.
found out so many of these desserts in some of these restaurants are, they're not made fresh, they're boxed, they're brought in. Where so many of the appetizers, most of the, appetizers are made pretty fresh and right then and there. So I guess maybe that's why appetizers up at the top of the list. Thanks, Andy. You have a good day. Let me just see. I didn't do this at the top of the hour. Do I have any mobiles? My fault here. My apologies. Do I have any mobiles? Any mobiles like to get in? Call signs twice. This is Dick, WB2JPQ at 10 past the hour.
N4 BUT, N4 BUT, in and out.
K3ABC, Kilo 3, Alpha Bravo Zulu, mobile. Alpha Delta 2, India Z, Alpha Delta 2, India Z, in and out.
Hey, let me recognize who we got here. Good morning to Nick in Orlando, N4BUT. Mobile was in and out this morning. We got Mark, K3ABZ. And we got Bob in East Amherst, New York, AD2IZ. Bob, could I ask a favor of you? After the net, if you're free at the top of the hour, could you come in the film room? I'd like to talk to you for a minute. AD2IZ. Bob, do you think you could, would you be free at the top of the hour?
Possibly. I'm sitting outside the doctor's office right now waiting for my wife to come out, but yeah, top of the hour I might be there.
It doesn't have to be top of the hour. We'll be there. I'll be there for a while. If you get a chance, we would like to talk to you. All right, we got one mobile. Let me get a list started here. Like I said, anybody anywhere like to get on the list here? We'll get to Mark in Maryland Mobile in just a minute. Anybody anywhere? Call signs twice.
Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Sierra Uniform. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Sierra Uniform.
Papa Oscar Kilo, Kilo Quebec 4, Papa Oscar Kilo.
Alright, what's up right there? This is Vicky, K8 VK1. We got N8 VFH, KT4 POK, KE2 CSU, and KE3 ABZ. We'll start with Mark. Appetizers or desserts?
Hey, good morning, Vicky and the crew. Nice to hear you audio, Vicky. It's usually you're transcribing or something, I believe, so thank you. Oh, yeah, desserts for sure. I mean, no competition there. And yeah, it's a miserable, muggy, wet, rainy day here on the Baltimore Beltway. So, anyway, thanks a lot. Back to Net Control, K3ABZ.
Thank you, that's good to hear from you. Gonzo, KT4 POK.
Good morning, Vicky, and everyone on the Morning Brew. Please put me down for appetizer. My wife and I usually like to try to get something as quickly as possible, because we're just pretty hungry when we go to eat. And appetizers are usually given pretty quickly, so there. Back to Net Control is KT4BOK. 73 to everyone.
Another one for appetizers, and you guys are making me hungry. Paul, KE2 CSU.
KE2 CSU, good morning to the Brew Crew. It's desserts on the list for us. Back to the net, thank you.
The kids tell me it's too early for dessert, but we can try anyway. Gary, N8ZF8.
Morning, Vicky, Dick, and the crew. I'm not sure what the question is, but we go out to eat about 29 days a month, and we'll have just about everything. Sometimes dessert, sometimes not, sometimes appetizers, sometimes not. Please check me in and out. N8ZF8, back to Net.
Thank you, Gary. And W3FCQ.
W3ICQ, you broke up there.
Yes, W3ICQ. Do you prefer desserts or appetizers?
Vicky, you got to put me down for both. This is W3ICQ, back to Net. Thank you.
No problem, both. This is Vicky, K8VKY. Taking more check-ins twice and slowly, please.
KE4DER, KE4DER, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
N2BH. Try it. Whiskey 3 United and then W3U.
KE4 UIF, Kilo Quebec 4, Papa Yankee Foxtrot, Eli, Kinston, North Carolina. Good morning, Brew Crew. This is Vicky. Please check me in and out.
To BJP, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Juliet Papa Mobile.
Alright, we got KE2, BJP, KQ4, PYF. N2BH, KE4, DER, and NW3U. We'll first go to Linda, KE2, BJP.
Good morning, Vicky and all on the net. I prefer appetizers, and then I can stop on the way home and get ice cream for dessert. KE2, BJP, back to Net.
Sounds good. David, NW3U.
Good morning, Miss Vicky, and everybody there on the net. I hope this finds everybody good. NW3U here. Give me the question again, Vicky. I missed it.
Question is, when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order appetizers or desserts?
More likely appetizers. Desserts too expensive. Those restaurants, man, they charge a lot for a dessert. I can go by Food Line and get a whole dessert what they charge for a slice of cake. Have a good day. Thanks for running the net. Good to hear you here this morning, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. 73 NW3U.
Yep, I had just said the exact same thing about a McDonald's milkshake last night. Bill, KE4 EDR.
Good morning, Vicky and the Neck. Bill, KE4DER in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm a widower rather, and so I just, the main meal, I don't get dessert, being diabetic. But thank you for calling that this morning, Vicky. KE4DER, back to you.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks for stopping by. And another Bill, N2PH.
Good morning, Vicky, Dick, Scott, and everybody. Typically neither for us. If we do get anything, it'll be an appetizer. N2BH.
Hi. Thank you, Bill. And that was the end of that list. We do have a text check-in at 716-317-9050. Or you can email your call sign in to text at ECR.radio. And until then, take more check-ins twice as slowly.
Kilo 1, Mike, Charlie, Oscar, K1, MC. Good morning.
Alright, we'll go straight to you, Jay, K1 MCO.
Pick it up there, man. Vicky's got some internet problems there this morning. Let me try Jay again. K1MCO. Jay, good morning. You got to be still with us. I didn't hear you say that you were in and out this morning. Good morning to you. I suppose you're at MCO. Good morning, Jay. Are you still there? This is Dick WB2JPQ.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody on the crew. This is K1 MCO in Orlando. No, Dick, I took the day off. Today I have a medical appointment, and I'm going to take the remaining of the day off. But to answer the question, we usually get appetizers. Appetizers instead of dessert. I agree with the other gentleman that said that the price of the desserts are really expensive these days. Appetizers it is, my friend. Have a great day, Dick. So for coming back to me. K1 MCO in the mobile.
Jay, I knew you'd be there. Who else do I have? Let's take some stations twice and slowly while we collect our thoughts here this morning and get back up online. Anybody anywhere? Twice and slowly. This is Dick WB2JPQ at 22 past the hour, 23 past the hour. Where is everybody this morning?
Good morning, Dick. Please copy Victor Alpha 3 Echo Romeo Yankee, VA3ERY, mobile in and out 7.
Delta Oscar, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo, Delta Oscar, mobile in and out. Golf 8, Quebec, Papa. Kilo, Golf 8, Quebec, Papa.
5 Yankee November, uniform K5, YNU, mobile.
November 8, Hotel Lima, November, and HON.
Well, good morning to Mike, Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan, N8HLN, Conroe, Texas, K5YNO, good morning. Jeff, Perrysburg, Ohio, is in and out this morning, KG8QP, good morning to you. Richard from Scholar Falls, New York, was in and out this morning, KE2BDO. And Bill from Hobbs, New Mexico, is going to stick with us. He was a text check-in. And VA3ERY was in and out. So I guess we're going to go to you, Bill. You were a text check-in this morning in Hobbs, New Mexico, KI5PMI. What's going to be? Appetizers or dessert or both?
Good morning, Dick. Everybody on the brew. I would rather do the appetizers than the dessert. Every time I have that dessert, I pretty much have to take a nap. So rest of the day, I get to go to jury duty today. So as much fun as that's going to be. Hope everybody has a great day. KI5PMI, back to net.
An obligation that we all have, and it's great I enjoyed it. I've been on many cases over the years, and I really kind of enjoyed it. A little distraction from work, and it's a little something different. I like. I know many don't, but I really enjoyed it. I can't say that I ever didn't like jury duty. I've been on quite a number. Let's go to Conroe, Texas. Good morning, K5YNU. What's it going to be? Dessert or appetizers or both?
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, everyone on the Morning Brew Crew. Put me down. It's gonna be dessert. Connect control. Everyone have a blessed day. K5YNU Mobile.
Dessert. All right. What's it going to be in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan? Mike, what's your choice this morning?
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, crew. My choice this morning would be appetizers. So off to the dentist I go. Everybody have a great day. 73 and HON.
Off to the dentist. That's never a good choice, Mike. Our friend Jim just popped in here via the text line from Easton, Pennsylvania, KD3ADQ8TQ. Jim, I tell you, you do look like an appetizer kind of a guy, though.
I'm not sure what that means. Yes, definitely an appetizer. Back to net control, KD3ATQ.
Well, just by summation, if you will, after seeing you for many times in the Zoom room, you just look like an appetizer kind of a guy. I'm not sure what that means either, Jim, so it's up for grabs. Let's take some new stations. Anybody, anywhere, 27 past the hour. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
November 4, Kilo Hotel, Zulu, N4 kilohertz. I'll be in and out.
Romeo 4, Delta Romeo Juliet, mobile.
Kilo November 4, two-tone blue, KN4, TTB. In and out this morning.
Oh, they come slow this morning, Vicky. What's going on here? Everybody on a Thursday morning? We got Steve in Largo, Florida. Good morning to you. Steve, you're in and out, KN4TTB. We got Ronald in Huntsville, Alabama, KR4DRJ. He's going to stick with us. We got John in Rochester. Good to hear you, John. N4KHC. Heard John a few times, but haven't had a chance to say hello on my shift. Thank you for supporting the net for so many years. I know you're busy, and many mornings you're in and out, and we understand it. Jack from Rochester, Michigan, KF8DRC, and Brian from Warren, Michigan is going to start this roundup, KF8CWF. And once again, for those of you that are just coming in late this morning, it looks like everybody is sleeping in this morning. Our question is, when you go out to dinner, are you most likely to order appetizer or a dessert? Or neither, or both? And that was going to you, Brian, in Warren, Michigan, KF8CWF. Brian was in and out as well this morning. Let's move on to Jack in Rochester, Michigan, KF8DRC. We could have lost the GM repeater. This guy should be coming back to me. KF8DRC. Jack, were you in and out this morning, or can you stick with us? And here we'll take a look. We might have lost that repeater for some reason. There had been a little issue reported on the GM repeater. That brings us a lot of activity in the morning. It's super high in that GM building there. And forgot how many stories up, but it brings us a lot of activity. Let me go to Huntsville, Alabama. I believe that's going to be Ron, KR4DRJ. Good morning, Ron. And what's it going to be for you? Dessert? Appetizers? Both or neither?
I hope everyone's having a good Thursday morning. For me, it's typically going to be an appetizer. My wife likes Mexican food, so it's normally cheese dip for us. 73, and hope everyone has a great morning. Thank you guys, and back to net.
C3 TCS over. The TCS, I see you on the GM. Thank you for confirming that, Glad.
Yeah, Dick, I heard DRC clear. He was into the repeater clear. I don't know what's going on over there. Over.
We've got a problem there, I guess. It's been reported. Look into it a little further. Let me go to KF8DRC. Jack, are you hearing me? I guess we have a little problem there with the GM repeater in Detroit.
KF8DRC. Yes, I order appetizer with a beer. Then when I finish the dinner, I'll have ice cream. KF8, Detroit, Rock City.
Boy, that's not even in the mix here this morning. Thanks, glad I went back to you. Thanks for letting me know that we're up there, and we show it connected, but obviously there's an intermittent there. You guys hear it locally on the repeater, but it's not coming down line, so I guess we need to look into that. Thanks for letting us know. Memphis, Tennessee, KY4MB. Oh, Scott, you definitely are a dessert guy.
Well, hi there, Godfather, and Vicky, and everybody on the brew this morning. Well, yes, I can eat appetizers, desserts, the main meal. Doesn't even have to be barbecue, so one of each there, Dick. Thanks for the net, and turn it back over to you to get the rest of this list. It's a rainy day here for us in Memphis. KY4NB, back to net.
There you go. Vicky's got you down for both, Scott. Yeah, it's kind of slow going this morning, so maybe it's wet and rainy and dreary all over, and people are sluggish. I know here in Western New York it's very humid, and we had a little bit of rain overnight, so we need the rain badly. Good morning to Jen, NW4Q.
That would be an appetizer. Hope you have a nice day.
Thank you, Jim. An appetizer it is. If that's somebody in Orlando on 444.8 trying to get in, you're not making it, you're just noise. New stations wishing to get in here in the last half hour of the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew for this Thursday morning. This is Dick, WB2JPQ, call signs twice and slowly.
Delta 5 Oscar Lima Mobile, Kilo Delta 5 Oscar Lima Mobile, Mansfield, Texas.
Whiskey 1, Mike Delta Tango, in and out.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie.
WD8PIC.
Kilo 9 Sierra A9JS in and out.
NA2F, November Alpha 2 Fox.
Hi, this is Vicky, K8VK, NA2F, Antonio, Thomas, K9TJS, in and out, Pennsylvania, WD8, PIC, Matthew, W1, NDG, and Neil, Kitty5OL. We'll start with Neil, Kitty5OL. What's your favorite desserts or appetizers?
It's Katie 5OL. We're just in and out today.
Alright, got you for in and out. Bob, WD8, PIC.
Well, I'm not a big appetizer person. I'd rather have the main meal. And yeah, I was going to comment on that Detroit person, but somebody else beat me to it. So they still have a problem up there. Everyone have a great rest of the day. And I understand it's very foggy around here. Back to you. You're doing a great job. WD8PIC.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Antonio, NA2F.
NA2F. I'll go with both. When I'm going to eat out, it's a treat.
Both it is. From ECR, Joel, KC2GRN.
Good morning, Vicky, Dick, and everyone on the Morning Brew, KC2GRN. I would have to say it would be dessert. Yes, indeed, dessert. Well, everybody have a wonderful day, and you guys, thank you very much for doing a great job on Morning Brew here, as always. KC2GRN, back to net.
Thank you, Joel. Another one for dessert. I'm kind of surprised most people aren't saying dessert, though. Sal, W2, SAL.
Morning, Miss Vicky and the rest of the crew. Believe it or not, I prefer the main meal over the appetizers, and definitely no dessert for me. With that, I'll kick it back to you, girl. W2 SAL, back to net control.
Alright, we got you down for neither. This is Vicky, K8VKY. Today's question: when you go back to dinner, are you more likely to order appetizers or desserts? Taking more check-ins? Anyone, anywhere? Twice as slow as this.
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Mike Kilo, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Mike Kilo, Chuck and Allen Park, Mobile.
Alpha Golf 5, Charlie Charlie. Alpha Golf 5, Charlie Charlie.
Mr. 44 November Yankee Zulu.
Kilo,
Mr. 44 November Yankee
Kilo,
Zulu.
Hotel, Tango.
Alright, we'll hold up there for a second. We had a couple of doubles there. Somebody ended in HT. Can you come again, please?
Oh, Charlie 2, Kilo, Hotel,
Tango.
Alright, we got you, Henry, and there's another one in there. I believe it ended in NY. We've got 82 KP, KC2 KHT, AG5CC, and KC2 JPQ. And first up, we'll go to Chuck, KE8 PFK. When you go out to dinner, are you more likely to get appetizers or dessert?
Well, good morning, Vicky, and all on the Reflector this morning. And nope, we don't usually go out to dinner very much, but when we eat at home, we'd rather have dessert over an appetizer. I don't like ruining my meals with an appetizer. I make good food. I do most of the cooking. And yep, we'd rather have a piece of pie at the end of the meal. KE8 PMK, back to net control. Have a great day.
Hi, it is Frank, KC2 JPQ.
Good morning, Vicky, and everybody on the brew. Neither for me. No dessert or appetizer. I just like to go out for the meal. And not much going on today. Looks a little cloudy, foggy this morning. So I'm just going to say 7-3, send it back to the net, KC2 JPQ.
Thank you, Frank. George, AG5CC.
Both of them. I like to eat all I can when I'm out there. Anyways, first time check in. Just wanted to see Arkansas light up on your map I'm watching. I appreciate it, Vicky. This is AG5CC. Back to you.
Thanks for stopping by. And anybody else who wants to watch along on the log, it's bit.ly/ECR logs. Next up, Henry, KC2 KHT.
Morning, this is KC2 KHT, Henry, East Bishop, Long Island, New York. And unfortunately, I can't give you a straight answer because it all depends on the restaurant that I go to. Some have tastier appetizers and others have a very good dessert. So I pick it based on whether I really like the appetizer or I pick it, whether it's not an appetizer day or a dessert day. So unfortunately, I can't give you a straight answer. Sorry. KC2 KHT, back to the net.
No problem, Henry. We just put you down for both. Left on this list, Stephen, AD2KP.
Well, good morning, Vicky, and the rest of the Morning Brew crew. I am more likely to order an appetizer. I hope everyone has a fabulous day. This is 82KP, back to net control.
Thank you. This is Vicky, K8VKY. How about we take some in and outs twice and slowly, please?
Bravo 5, Zulu, Yankee Lima. Kilo Bravo 5, Zulu, Yankee Lima. In and out.
November Yankee 2 Oscar, November Yankee 2 Oscar, in and out.
November 4, Tango Echo Golf. And 4, GEG, in and out.
Alright, we got Bill, N4TEG, Ryan, NY20, and Jeff, KB5YZO. And taking anyone, anywhere, twice as slowly.
Foxtrot 0, November Yankee Whiskey.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, November Yankee Whiskey, in and out.
Alright, we got KF0 NYW. Next up, K4 ITA.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning from Fort Lauderdale. Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure, question is, when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order appetizers or desserts, or both, or neither?
Very much. Again, came for ITA from the beautiful Fort Lauderdale, 88 degrees already, full sunshine. And when I go for dinner, always appetizer and maybe entree. Everybody a great day. K4 ITA.
Thank you, Leo. Take more check-ins, twice slowly, please.
November 1, Whiskey, Echo, Bravo, and 1, WEB.
KO4, UDI, Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Delta India.
Alpha Kilo 6, Charlie Foxtrot AK6, yes.
Whiskey, Quebec, 8 Papa. Whiskey, Quebec, 8 Papa, mobile, and out.
0 Golf India Sierra, K0 GIS, Bay of Nebraska City, Nebraska.
In and out.
That last station out of Orlando, all we heard was in and out. Can you try again, please?
So, Oscar 4, Mike Kilo. Kilo, Oscar 4, Mike Kilo.
Alright, we got Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo in and out. We got K0 GIS. We got WQ8T in and out. KJ4 LXJ Rex. AK6CF Ed, KO4 UDI Ben, and N1 WEB Web. You're first. When you go out to dinner, you're more likely to get an appetizer or dessert.
Thank you, Vicky. You can put me down for an appetizer. That sounds great. Dessert's good too, but I'm an appetizer guy at restaurants. And 1, WEB, back to the net.
Thank you, Ben. KO4 UDI.
Good morning, Vicky. I don't typically order either of them, but if we're going to order anything, it's probably an appetizer because we show up hungry. Thanks for the net. Back to you, net control. K4 UDI.
Thank you, Ben. Ed, AK6CF.
Do you enjoy ordering appetizers with light salads or whatever chips it might have? But if the restaurant has very good desserts, yes, I probably will order a dessert as well.
Thank you very much. Next up is Rex, KG4 LXJ.
Good morning to you and everyone else on the brew crew this morning. Usually it's an appetizer. Usually we're too full for dessert. Every once in a while we will take one home to go. KJ4 LXJ, back to the net.
Thank you. And from Nebraska City, Danny, K0 GIS.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Usually we get our appetizers, and by the time we get to the end, we want dessert, but never have room for it. Back to net.
Thanks for stopping by. That's the end of that list. This is Vicky, KAVKY. Your question is, when you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert? You can text in at 716-317-9050 or email your call sign to text at ecr.radio. Take in more check-ins twice and slowly, please.
This is KM7 CDC. That's Kilo Mike 7, Charlie Delta Charlie.
KF8, Kilo India 5, Whiskey Alpha Lima. That's Kilo India 5, Whiskey Alpha Lima, in and out.
Alright, we got KF5WAL in and out. We got KF8TJQ and KM7CDC. Ben, you came back. Dinner, more likely to have an appetizer or dessert?
Well, I would have to say appetizer. Back to you. Thank you. This is KM7 CDC.
Kevin, KF8TJQ.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody on the net. Neither would be the answer. We're usually pretty good with the entree there. KF8 DJQ, back to net.
Thank you, Kevin. And last on this list, Daryl, WB1DXN.
Morning, Vicky and the Brew Crew. I save room for dessert anymore. Used to do the whole thing, and noticed that if I did not have the appetizer, I'd start losing weight. So I want to stick with my sweet. WB1DXN. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. You know, it seems slow, but somehow we still have 145 check-ins in under 2 hours. So, taking more check-ins. Twice and slowly, please.
This is Kilo 5 Uniform Papa. Kilo 5 Uniform Papa.
Yankee Charlie, Lucas, Spring, Texas, in and out.
Alright, I got the KK5UP. There was another Texas in there. Can you come again, please?
KI5WYC, Kilo India 5, Whiskey Yankee Charlie, Lucas, Spring, Texas, in and out.
Alright, we got you, Luke. Anybody else?
Kilo India 5, Foxtrot, Romeo, Juliet, in and out.
Alright, we got KI5RJ in and out, KI5WYC in and out. First up is David, KK5UP.
Morning, KK5UP. I missed the question of the day. Can you repeat it for me, please?
Sure. When you go out to dinner, are you more likely to order an appetizer or dessert?
Definitely the appetizer. Much better. Got to stay away from the sweets being a diabetic. So, anyway, say good morning to everyone. KK5UP.
Thank you very much. We got about 5 minutes left, so twice and slowly, please.
November 8, Mike Juliet, November, N8, MJN. Recheck.
Alpha Delta 9 Bravo Uniform. Alpha Delta 9 Bravo Uniform, in and out.
Alright, Alpha Delta 9 Bravo Uniform, in and out. And first up is Marson, N8, MJN.
Hey, good morning, Vicky, Dick, and everybody else in the Morning Brew. Apologies for not responding earlier. If beer counts, then I do both. But if beer doesn't count, then more likely to do an appetizer. With that, I'll send it back to net control. Everybody have a great day. 73 and 8 MJN.
Well, this isn't the most scientific study, so we can go for it. Alright, anybody else? Well, we got a few minutes left. Twice fully, please.
This is KD2 YDP, Kilo Delta 2, Yankee Delta Papa, John, Yonkers, New York. Sometimes dessert. This is KD2 YDP, back to net control.
Alright, John, we got you in there. Kitty 2, YDP. One last call. Any more seconds?
KM4 CTB, Kilo Mike 4, Charlie Tango Bravo.
Alright, Donnie, looks like you're the last one up. Seems low, but 152. So when you go to the restaurant, you either prefer appetizers or desserts?
Good morning, Vicky, Dick, and everybody on the net. KM4 CTB, Donnie in Jacksonville Beach. Well, you've seen the results. You can put me down for all of the above. Even though I'm diabetic, you know, everything in moderation, Vicky. Thanks for doing the net and have a great day. KM4 CTB.
Alright, this is Vicky K8 VKY with Dick WB2JPQ. Returning the reflector back to normal amateur use.
Looks like I just missed the login. Is it too late to still get me in? This is Whiskey Bravo.
The Whiskey Bravo, yeah, we can get you in there. What was that?
Okay, I was just going to see if I could still check in and out there. Jeff, it's Whiskey Bravo 8, Foxtrot to Whiskey Bravo.
Sure, got you in there.
Earlier tomorrow. This is Whiskey Bravo.
No problem. K8 VKY.
K8 VKY, you always do a good job. Thank you for being there. This is KQ4 YYN, and we'll be clearing on the side monitoring.